Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
Stay frosty indeed. What's going on, everyone? It's Ian K, creator, producer, and host of Peep This Out Reviews. Welcome to the live stream. Guys, it is the 16th of April already. Everybody's going to be filing in just a second over here. And it looks like we've got 23 peeps in the lobby. And I'm sure there'll be more as we stretch along into this hour here. But it's great to see all you guys. Let me make sure you guys can hear me okay and see me okay. Very important to make sure we have that connection, because if we don't have any of that, we don't have a stream at all. So give me that thumbs up here in the chat. Let me know what you guys are seeing and hearing okay, hopefully. And then we'll get going into it here. So great to see you guys in here. We've got a lot of people here beginning to file in, as I'm seeing. And my chat, of course, is a little bit delayed, but I'm going to try and keep up with a little bit of what I'm seeing on the screen, what I'm seeing on the side over here. And Tony's giving me the thumbs up, so it looks like we're caught up here as well. So very good. Welcome, 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 guys. Let's see. We've got Ben Nuya and DCM Entertainment. We've got Gingerfit Dad talking in the lobby. We've got Tony A specifically, Kyle Broussard, Drew's Food Reviews in effect here. We've got, who else we've got here? We've got Sky Fry. Great to see you. Thanks so much for jumping on. I'm glad you are digging the content. I have so much fun putting it together, as I was saying in the chat there. Theme Park Fanatic, can't wait to see what you're eating. I can't wait to get into this, actually. There's going to be 2 reviews as always. So we'll start off with one in just a few minutes here. And I wanted to make sure I did this one first before things are not as good as they can be for it. I'm not going to give any hints just yet, but we'll get into that in just a second. Let's see here. We have got Ed Keaton. Ed, what's cracking, Ian? Happy Friday to everyone. Let's start the party with smashing it, not like button. I appreciate that. Definitely do just that. Speaking of smashing the like button, of course, should you guys wish to contribute to the stream in some monetary way, you have multitude of opportunities to do that. And of course, that's down below in the description, as well as the little super chat icon at the bottom of your chat window. Everything always goes back into the channel, and I greatly appreciate that. And as my buddy Paul over at Critical East Japan wants to remind me as well, sign up for Patreon. As little as $1 plus per month goes a long way to really kind of continuing and making it a little bit easier to do all these things as well. So again, all those full details down below in the description, as well as the first pinned comment if you're watching this on the replay. 32 peeps in the house here right now. Great to see you. And Critical, I see you jumping in here as well. I'm not quite caught up on my side here, but I'm seeing it on the screen. So great to see you, Paul. Thanks so much for jumping on. And yes, guys, 10 million channel views. As of today officially. What a beautiful gift on the day of the stream to actually do this right now. I just posted up something on Instagram earlier today, but for those of you who don't know, 10 million channel views are now officially attained on the channel since the very beginning of my journey on YouTube about 7+ years ago. So it's a mind-boggling number to look at, but just to think that my channel has been viewed in the content 10 million times over the course of this amount of time is just crazy to me. So I couldn't do any of that without you guys. I can't tell you how much I am super, super appreciative. You have no idea. I'm very humble and grateful to be able to put this stuff together. And I'm glad that you guys dig it, whether you love to make fun of it, whether you like to really enjoy it and take it for what it is. The fact that you're watching it and taking an interest shows that it's resonating with you in some way. And that's really the best response I can ever hope for as well. So I appreciate all you guys, and for all the people who love to kind of make fun of stuff on there as well. You guys are some of my biggest fans on top of it. I appreciate you greatly. So it is really, really just an awesome feeling right now. A great way to start the stream as well. 10 million channel views. It's insane when I saw that. And when I actually went to go look at it today, I think it's 10 million 150 or something like that. It just continually is going up. So awesome, awesome stuff. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And at Cervantes, what's going on? Let's see. Is anyone going to be going to the Bad Bunny concert next year? I just want to be able to go somewhere next year. I'm only half vaccinated right now. I'm about 2 weeks away from my second dose. And then I can't wait to go get a haircut. I can't wait to get a few things done. Really get back into the swing of things for the most part, as much as we can, still being safe, of course. So I can't wait for that in there. So who else we have? We've got the Trips. The Trips is joining us up from Canada. Thanks so much for jumping on. Again, like, share, comment, subscribe. Jump on over to the Trips. Without a doubt, of course, Critical East Japan, Drew's Food Reviews, all my amazing mods that you'll see on here. E. Ricard is in the house as well. Elizabeth, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Dom has made it. And I answered your comment on today's IG post regarding that 10 million channel view accumulation. A crazy milestone, crazy milestone. Paul, thank you so much for putting the Patreon into the chat here. Guys, just thinking about as little as $1 per month goes an extremely long way. I kind of think about if a lot of people did that, what that can translate into, which would be crazy. But naturally, I'd be able to do a little bit more than I'd like to right now, and I'd be safer actually once things get back to normal. But Paul, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Carlos Bustamante, congratulations. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Constance Cherry is a new phone. If you do, congratulations. Absolutely. E-Ricard is talking to Subtegral, of course. Sub is never at a loss for words, clearly. Passive-aggressive individual, no doubt. But mad love and respect for you because, like I said, one of my biggest fans, clearly, and I appreciate that. Let's see. The Friendly Face Foodie. How goes it, brother? From James Morrison. I am doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm feeling just amazing right now today. Just everything was just really, really just very good. And I'm just very happy to be starting the stream up with us here. Let me shoot on down over here. Irma, how have you felt since the vaccine shot? Better after the first couple of days. Extremely run down for the first couple, and then my arm was sore, and then I've been okay since that time. Let's see here. Going down the line. Lord Darkside is saying hello to Annette. Very cool. Ali Rios, so do you have a hand-breaded chicken sandwich in your area? Have no fear. Those have been in production for a little while now. So the Los Angeles, Southern Cali area is probably the last on the list across the area that's been out naturally with everyone putting out these reviews, I'm sure. So have no fear. The content is coming. Do not worry. Let's see. Kyle Broussard, did you see Drew's video? Which one? Which one? I have to catch up on the last few days, but whatever it is, drop it here in the chat. Let's talk about that to see what it is. You're bringing it up to me for a reason, so I got to see what that is. Let's see here. I love how you guys are just, the camaraderie is amazing. We have a very positive community, as you already know. It's just definitely an awesome feeling, and knowing that we have literally, like I always say, I think I have some of the best fans. Every creator is going to say that about their community, but I firmly believe our community is pretty banging. It really is. Erna, super chat donation jumping in. I appreciate that. You should see yourself dropping down over here shortly, as well as over here. We'll see if that kicks in. Who sang the number one? We Didn't Start the Fire. That's Billy Joel, 1989. Come on now, that's awesome. We didn't start the fire. Poppy Eats. Let's see here. I tried to get that smoky sandwich from Church's, but bailed after 15 minutes in the drive-through lane. Oh, there you go, Erna. Jumping up right over here as well, and down below. You know, as long as you get that into the portfolio there, Poppy, that's all that matters. I'm sorry that the experience for you has been kind of like up and down with certain things. I know your Church's in your area seems to be a little out there. So hopefully you can get that in there in due time, or at least if you have to wait outside to order it that way, that may be the way to go if the line is crazy. Theme Park, ready for you to try the new Del Taco items. Theme, you need to check my playlist. I have a bunch on there already. Good times. Good times. Subtegral, no really, you bug me, Ian. Well, not as I guess I'm not bugging you as much because you're here still. So Sub, I appreciate you. Whatever's going on, I hope you find happiness. That is the biggest thing. But I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for taking the time. Hopefully I can distract you from whatever may be going on for you right now. We'll have a good time either way, for sure. Raven Poe, been waiting for the stupid sandwich, not going to BK till it drops in mine, or gets the French toast before Sammy, or breakfast sandwich. Yeah, the BK rollout has been a little up and down with the hand-breaded chicken sandwich situations there. So, but have no fear. Trust me, that content, of course, you know is coming. You've got 3 things to look forward to. So do not worry. At least 3. At least. So, you guys ready for this first review? Because I think the longer that I wait for this, the longer, the less it's going to be. We'll have to see here. We'll have to see what it is here. So, if you guys are ready for this for a review, give me a, let's see here. Give me a fire emoji. If you guys are ready for the review tonight, let's go for the fire emoji. And we'll see what's going on here. And as I'm waiting for those fire emojis, what else do we have going on? Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Critical. Wow, my stuff is jumping all over the place. And we didn't start the fire. I always thought the line trouble in the Suez was trouble in the sewage. Yes, that's hilarious. It could be taken to many different ways from that song. Absolutely. Florian, thanks so much for jumping on. Barbarino, great to see you. Thank you, thank you. I'm good. I'm hanging out here with you guys. We're going to have a good time. Here come the emojis popping in. Very nice. What you guys are seeing is different from what I'm seeing, but I'm seeing most of it, and that's the important thing. Kyle Broussard, the video that Drew uploaded today was a parking wars video. 2 people were fighting over a parking spot. Okay, I'm going to have to take a look at that a little bit later on for sure. All right, cool. Very, very good. We've got plenty of them in here right now. So, Guys, a multitude of stuff has come out literally across the board, as you guys know. So we're going to get into one of the things that I was very curious to check out because I tried something from this place about a week and a half ago, roughly at this point here. But I said to myself, if I'm going to go back and try something else, of course, with everything else I've got going schedule-wise with what's filmed and what's being produced, I'm going to do it here on the stream for you. So we're actually going to be taking a look at something from good old Jack in the Box, a very, very popular fast food chain on the West Coast and certain areas across the country. Let's see here. Ali, have I tried the new wok-seared shrimp and steak from Panda? I have not. I have not. Can't find the fire emoji from Freddy Foodie King. Freddy, great to see you on here, and shout outs to you and the wifey for sure. Hope everything is doing as good as it can be for you and your peeps back east in Florida. So loaded fries, Gingerfit says. Ed Keaton is saying he's got the fire emoji in there as well. Jack is the best from Drew's Food Reviews. Well, we're going to see exactly what's going to be good about this. So let me open this up here. And like I said, I am very curious. And we're going to tell you exactly what it is in a second. If you're catching this on the replay, you already know. But we're going to be going in for some buttermilk ranch action right here. And for those of you who remember, I did the mac and cheese bites earlier this week, I think it was, or late last week, whatever it was here. So I decided I wanted to go on back because I talked about it briefly. We're going into the Mini Munchies variety. Now, this is the 2021 edition of this, and hopefully that's going to kind of focus in there slightly as there we go, popped in. As you're going to see here, what we've got is two variations of their popular fries. We've got curly fries, we've got standard fries, and it looks like we've got 3 of the mac and cheese bites. Now, this feels like, I got to be honest, a little bit of a neutered version of the original variant of this, which I checked out, and that actually had mozzarella sticks, it had onion rings, it had like a bunch of different fries and different things. Obviously, the premium with this is those mac and cheese bites on the very top right over there. So this particular situation is supposed to be, I guess, their variety for 2021. So the Mini Munchies is the name. We're going to go for a little buttermilk just to get this ready here for you. Let's see here, going down the line. And that says, Carl's Jr. has the best ranch. Freddy Foodie King. Okay, thank you, Poppy. Hope yours is good as well. Yes, doing okay. The wifey is definitely waiting for a little bit of dinner after we do this. So I'll be kind of getting myself ready to go for this, and then we'll be having our regular stuff after. Let's see. Guadalupe says it looks good. It does look pretty decent, absolutely. Ed Keaton can't seem to enable to send you a super chat. No worries, no worries. Whatever you can work out if you can, Ed. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so let me get this buttermilk ranch ready to go. And as you guys know, I know Annette says that Carl's Jr. has some of the best ranch, and it is pretty awesome right there. But the thickness you can kind of see. I know it's contrasty because of the white. So let me go into this. This is literally going to be kind of like a little mini re-review, I think, of the mac and cheese bite action there. But obviously with the curly fries right there. Neon says Wingstop has the best ranch. I think it's a little on the watery side. Personally, for me, I think so. Is that Sade Small? Love your food reviews. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you guys being here right now. I have so much fun producing this content. And I got to tell you, I mean, after hitting 10 million channel views, it's insane just to even say that. Just for me giving my opinion to these things, I greatly appreciate that. So let me jump into, you know what? We'll save the mac and cheese for the very end of it here because we're only got these regular fries. Let me just do the fries first. Jack is kind of known for their curly fries. I know Arby's is known for curly fries. If you guys are down with curly fries, who do you think has the best fast food curly fries? Is it going to be Jack in the Box? Is it going to be Arby's? Let's see what we can light up here in the chat. But as you can see, this is a pretty lovely situation. Let's try this real quick. Jack in the Box has Red Hot. Frank's Red Hot. I haven't seen that. Tony A, who has the best ranch? I think I'm going to go with Jack for fast food. I got to be honest there. Mickey D's is not bad, but the thickness of Jack is really awesome with their ranch here. So I'm going to try, and this is probably not going to stay as focused as I'd like because it's trying to focus on me, but loveliness all around. Neon says Arby's all day. Annette says Jack. Ma'am, it's pungent, strong, tangy at the same time. That is really, really nice. Seasoned goodness, in effect. You gotta love it. Burger World has the best curly fries when Beavis cooks them, according to Drew right there. One more. Absolutely. Freddie says Betty approved. There you go. Really, really good. And yes, Annette, I caught myself when I said that. I'm like, man, it's not going to go over well. All right. Decent. Somewhat soggy. This is not too old. Trying to time this here. Let me just try the regular fries because I haven't had these in a while. But as you guys can see, it's not the natural cuts kind that I would prefer. Kind of like Wendy's that has a skin on them. It's okay though. Decent. Decent. This was $4. Same price as the 6-piece mac and cheese bites that I did by myself. Pringles, Ali Rios, Pringles has coming out with deep fried pickle. Yes, I saw that. I saw that, absolutely. But at the same time, I think I would still much rather get the mac and cheese bites on their own because of what it is here. So hopefully this is going to kind of focus in, trying to catch it, but you guys can kind of see what it is. So decent for what that is. Only 3 of the bites. And again, we're going to go for this right now. Let's just get into it. Nice fried outer coating. If you guys haven't seen my original review of this, of course, it's going to be popping up at some point during the replay, so you guys can take a look at the upper right-hand corner. These were awesome the first time around. Wow. I had a blast of cheese with that, guys. That was really good. Man. Try and show you that. I really want to get this to focus on the inside and try and get as close as I can. There you go. There you go. There we go. Little cheese action on the inside here. I think the trick is to kind of pull in and then pull back and let it try and focus in. But you guys can see that. The al dente noodle on the inside, I'm telling you, and that cheese, it's really thick. Really don't know. Ernest says, do you like the coating or the cheese more? You know what? They work in unison together and they're amazing, but the cheese is rich. That's what's really awesome. I mean, it's almost like a mac and Cheetos type of vibe, but without the Cheetos type of flavoring there. But the thickness of the cheese, I wish BK had the thickness of the cheese like this because it is really done well. Whoever is supplying these mac and cheese bites to Jack is definitely on point with it. Really, really on point with it. Speaking of on point, let's do a little action with the ranch here. It is so good. That is so good. This is what elevates this up a few points because of the quality of those mac and cheese bites. And again, let me pull another one of these up here because they are really good. Annette says she has yet to try the mac and cheese bites. You have to do it. The coating is awesome on this. There we go. Keep it locked in. Look at that. Really, really perfectly done. These are just, I mean, I wish these were just a permanent menu item like everything else, like with their egg rolls and stuff too. It is so, so tasty. These are blasted with cheese right now. Man. And the al dente of that noodle, try and focus that. I really want you to see that cheese action right there. See if we can try and focus it. We had it earlier. I know it's all contrasty because of the lighting that I'm using here right now, but you can see how packed that is, guys. Just look at that. It is something else. It is something else right there. The cheese is awesome on this. Here we go. One more little bite. Give this a shot. Not a lot of places, if at all, have mac and cheese bites like this fast food wise. And it's done amazingly well at Jack for that. Really, really good. All right. So quickie review of this. Is it worth the $4? In this configuration, I'd probably say no. Because you're not getting very much of the other types of fries. And as you can see, I've got way more of the standard fry compared to the curly. And the curly is like their namesake. So this may depend upon who you get it from and where. As I lose it. I'm so glad that's why I have stuff here blocking. You guys saw that live. But as you can see, I think it's much better doing the mac and cheese bites on their own and just getting the fries, you know, like another time. Just go for the main premium item. I would definitely spend the money and just get more of the mac and cheese bites. I think it's worth it for that. So in this configuration for the Mini Munchies Variety Pack 2021, I'm going to say 7.5 out of 10 on this one here. And that's really only elevated up because of the mac and cheese bites. If this didn't have mac and cheese bites in this pack right now, this would be like an easy like 6. I mean, it's just okay for what it is. $4, it is what it is. The quality of the mac and cheese bites, that's what you're going to want to go for. I'd recommend getting the 12 pack if you can, because that one for $7 is worth it. But naturally for this, I think that's more than sufficient. So decent for what it is. Like I said, mac and cheese bites, what you really want to go for. And again, the ranch is a perfect choice to have with this by far. Really, really tasty. So let's see here. Dom's World mac and cheese bites look delicious. Yep, critical nugget down. Thankfully, I have everything protected here. So that bounced onto napkins, which is awesome. Annette, do you know Farmer Boys has a fried chicken sandwich? Yes, you know, the moms is always telling me about Farmer Boys. It's just a matter of me getting out to go do it, naturally, considering where they are and from where I live. So for sure, we have to see about that there. Let's see here. Going down the line. Let me get caught up here. Ginger Fit, only good mac and cheese is mac and cheese, a soul food mac and cheese, soul food mac. You know what? It warms my heart every time I have mac and cheese because I'm always thinking when I was a kid anyway. But I like mac and cheese in general, so that's my type of thing. I'm definitely down with it. Let's see. Jack is a giant clown head in San Diego Stadium. The Padres hit a home run, get a free jumbo jack. How cool is that? Very cool. Ali Rios, Krispy Kreme Donuts has a new Oreo donut. Have you seen it? Yes, I have seen it, Ali, for sure. I'm just trying to make time to see if I can actually go out and review it, considering where they are. That's the only problem. A lot of the reviews that I've done at Krispy Kreme in the past have been because I'm either coming back from somewhere and I stop, or it's not necessarily a special trip at the same time. So I think that's going until, I want to say the 18th. So another few days or so here, a couple of days. Let's see, going down the line. Who else do we have in here right now? Guys, we have 46 peeps in the house here. I appreciate you guys jumping on Friday night. Ernest says, seems like donations are not working. If you guys are having trouble with any Super Chat stuff there, of course, you can always do the other links down below. PayPal direct link, all that stuff is there. Of course, you guys will be in the show notes. If you're watching this on the replay, you can check down below. You'll see yourself there now as official sponsors. But you have a multitude of ways there. If Super Chatting's not working. Super Chatting, YouTube always takes a little bit of that, just so you guys know as well. But you do have options. Let's see. Kyle Broussard, here is an idea. Let's watch Drew's video he uploaded today on a live stream. You know what? I have to see about how to do that because I've seen, I know Poppy does stuff like that as well. I don't have anything set up microphone-wise, so that way I'll be able to talk and it's not going to reverberate back. So I'll see about doing something like that where we can do a little bit of reaction stuff. That actually is kind of funny. To be able to do that. So I'll have to take a look at that video nonetheless from Drew to see what's going on for sure. You already know. Raven Poe used to have Krispy Kreme on the corner and it's now a Mickey D's. Wow, that's crazy. Krispy Kreme is pretty awesome. I mean, they're always busy every time I've been there. So it's definitely something I'm surprised that they wouldn't be at the same time. Let's see here. I'm getting word that Streamlabs is a little iffy as well. So with the donation stuff, it's just my luck tonight with those things. But again, you do have other ways down below to be able to do that stuff there. So I guess things are going on tonight. I don't know. It is what it is. What could you do? Yeah, actually, I don't even see the thing on my chat over here for Super. So something may be going on for that. So what can you do? What can you do? All right. So let's see. Going down. Truth Fanatic, what's going on? Great to see you as well. Thank you. Cabras Artist says trying to do it on the phone. Very cool. Hopefully that'll get sorted out, guys. But at least something came through to show that something is working there because Erna 785 was able to jump in. So we'll have to see what happens there. But again, super appreciative if you guys are able to. If it's meant to be, it'll be. There's a Farmer Boys on Hollywood Boulevard from Keep Thinking. Yes, I actually have one that's out closer to Irwindale. So I know exactly what's going on there. Let's see here. Going down. My chat is all over the place. Something is up. Definitely something is up tonight. I don't know what is up here. With my luck, it is what it is here. Love the positive energy as always. That's from scoutrush.com. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You know, it's just a matter of when you get up in the morning, like I always say, you've got a choice to either, you know, be happy and look at the day as something positive or not. But either way, it's going to be the way it's supposed to be for you. So we'll have to see. Jay Nepper, thanks so much for jumping on. Hey, thanks so much. Appreciate you. Subtegral, take it easy. All right, Ali Rios, McDonald's has a caramel brownie McFlurry. Yes, absolutely. That will be on the channel. Of course, we'll add that to the playlist there. I like adding to the collection of those things. I've reviewed just about every variation, it seems, of the promo McFlurries, without a doubt. Truth Fanatic, never seen Better Call Saul. Is it worth the binge? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's amazing. Speaking of awesome, you should see him in a movie called Nobody. That actually is, I think, one of the writers of John Wick who did that one, and the action is insane in that. So an easy recommendation to give that a go by far. Let's see. Chris, I've already done the Potato-Rito. Just tried it and enjoyed it. Absolutely. It's good stuff. I really enjoyed that. That was a fun video to put together real quick as well. Joshua Munoz, how you doing? Thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you being here. Let's see. Raven Poe, yesterday I got reminded of when Carl's Jr. had a bourbon burger. It was really good. Yeah, way back in the day, actually, with a bourbon sauce of some type. I've done so many variations of the Angus burgers over at Carl's. I know that there's a variation of that as well. I forgot what it may have been called. It was like a Texas version. Something with a bourbon. And Arby's is big on that too, that barrel bourbon sauce that they do. Definitely good stuff for that. Let's see. Saul Goodman. That's right. The Trips. Saul Goodman. That was an awesome play on words for that. When that first happened, when he first said that, I was like, that's brilliant. That's brilliant writing. Brilliant writing. You already know. Freddie Foodie King says the Potato-Ritos are so good. Oh my God, yes they are. Actually, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. Larry Nguyen, where is there a halal guys in Pasadena? There is not. There is not. I need to check that out if they are that close. Absolutely. I've only got 50% of my superpowers right now. My other dose is in a couple of weeks, so I can't do anything until I do that, and then I have to wait a couple of weeks from that point. So I have at least about a month before I can kind of do what I need to do. And Nicholas Powell, they do have a Checkers near me is actually Rallies here in Southern Cali, and the one that I used to go to closed down, as did Arby's actually in close to where I live as well. So they're pretty much history too around here. But there is actually a location that's not too much further in the opposite direction, but they're called Rallies out this way. Jason, what it do? Have I tried the online website called Wild Fork Foods? Would you ever review one of their products? I have to take a look and see what that is. Definitely. Of course. I have to take a look and see there. A lot of these types of things I love to do on the streams too, which is a lot of fun. So I'd be curious to see what Wild Fork Foods is, Jason, for sure. Let's see. Doing okay, doing okay. Definitely, just like I said, having a really, really awesome day. This was a great way to kind of cap off the evening, which I still have a couple of things to do after this video. By the time you see this video, which will be airing on Sunday, this is the replay from this past Friday, the 16th there. A regular video that I've actually filmed from last week, I want to put out tomorrow. Just because I think it's been out for just a little bit, and I think I just want to get this out there before it gets any older. But it's another one of these things I wanted to add to the portfolio of reviews. You guys will see what it is. 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on the 17th of April. If you're watching this replay on Sunday, it was yesterday. Take a look at my playlist, and you'll take a look. It'll be there for you, for sure. Kyle, you know what? Let's see. Ian, you know what? How about to watch Drew's from today's on your phone now? I think you mean to either watch it on my phone? I have to do that. KBD Productions, Ken, what it do? I got to watch your latest video, what RB sent you. I just saw the thing and posted for that. I got to take a look and see what's up with that there. But thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you. KBD Productions TV in effect. Doing the do. Let's see here. Before we get into that second review here in just a few minutes, we're going down the line. I'm just going to read some comments here. I'm going to try and see what we've got on here. Jason, I can send you the link on Facebook chat. Cool. Okay, definitely. I'll take a look. Jason, for sure. Let's see. Ali Rios, Dairy Queen has new shakes and a new dip cone. Yeah, the Dreamsicle cone, I think, is back, Ali. Yeah, we used to have a Dairy Queen that wasn't too far from here, but just far enough where it was out there. But they are no longer, and they actually had a mall location, which is no longer as well. Jay Nepper, super chat donation jumping in. There we go, jumping up over here and down below. Jay, I appreciate you as always. Thank you so much for your support of the channel and what I do over here, for sure. Thank you. KPD Productions, I love Ian. We love you too. I love you too. Oh man, good stuff. We got amazing people in our community here, as you guys already know. Sage, wow, KBD is here and glad to see a smaller YouTube channel getting attention from somebody big. There you go. You all should collab. We should collab actually, Sage, again. That's what I should say. Right there. But yes, absolutely. Good times. Good times. Ernest says super chat still isn't sending through. Wow, craziness. I don't know why it may be working for some than others. But like I said, you guys have the other ways down below in the chat there. If for some reason there, I will make sure that you're on there for sure. Let's see. Truth Fanatic. Ken, you were the first food reviewer. I started watching and it was the T-Rex Wendy's burger. Yeah, that's a legendary video right there, actually. Huge, cool thumbnail too. That's one of them up there for sure. Let's see. Jason Callan, congrats on all your success. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate you. Crazy. 10 million channel views. It's just unbelievable. And vidIQ is very good about letting me know and letting all creators know when you hit those milestones. That email just came out of left field and I was like, wow, it's insanity. It's insanity right there. So good times indeed. Ed Keaton, enjoy your weekend. Anyone have to nagging stress headache right now? Put on a cold compress, Ed. Cold compress and cover your eyes. And I hope you're doing okay. We'll be back very soon for you. And of course, new content coming for you as well. Ed, I appreciate you jumping on here tonight. Feel better. Feel better. Saber fam, what it do? I'm doing all right. We're having a little blast over here tonight, Friday, as you know, with all the peeps here in the community. It is a good time indeed. Lord Darkside says Annette Cervantes, Ian is getting the money. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? Oh, let's see. Erno, what did I think of the Bangles? Definitely an awesome group back in those days. I want to say, was it Huffman or Huff? Susanna, the main lead singer of the Bangles? Can't think of the name offhand here as well, but Walk Like an Egyptian. Definitely remember that for sure. You already know. Let's see. Have you seen had the King's Hawaiian fish sandwich from Arby's the other day during Lent, and it was okay. The fish fillet could have been a bit bigger, and it could have been more filling. You know, that's usually the thing with fast food fish, depending upon what experience that I've had. With the exception of, you know, the length and the thickness, it kind of varies depending upon, you know, the certain, like flounder. It wasn't really like super thick, but it was like a wide patty, and that was from Popeyes. But with fast food fish otherwise, Arby's tends to be pretty decent, though, in terms of just the size of the meat stuff that they serve there. So I think the Nashville, was it a Nashville fish sandwich? There was a fish sandwich in my playlist, actually, that I did that you guys can take a look at there if you're curious there. But I've, you know, for me, like I said, I did a whole bunch of fish reviews leading up to, you know, naturally for Easter. And I'm over the fish thing. I'm actually over the chicken sandwich thing as well, to be honest. But at the same time, you know, curiosity, of course, curiosity. That's the main reason that you really want to keep doing these things. Tony says it's time for the next review. Nudge, nudge. 5 more minutes we've got to go here. And actually, if you guys are keeping track of my replays, you'll know that everything will be timestamped down below for when these things begin, to make it a little bit easier, just so you know as well. So I'll grab that second review in just a few as well for you. Wiener Schnitzel from Ali Rios says, lemonade drinks like the watermelon flavor. Have you seen it? I have not seen that. Should make a video on it when you have the time. I'll have to take a look and see. Wiener Schnitzel I have, it's not too far out. I have a couple of different things. But we'll have to see about jumping on over there. The Truth Fanatic says, love the fillet of fish, but for $5, it's crazy. Yes, like I said, the variation that we have here in Southern Cali, when it's not on special, it's literally that price point. And I'm like, it's just ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So I was really glad to give that a go, for sure. Yes, super excited about the new Mortal Kombat film. It's getting some pretty awesome reviews. I've been reading some non-spoiler stuff. And the most recent episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I just watched this morning, actually, and it was pretty awesome. No spoilers, but I can't wait for the next, the finale, I guess. It's only 6 episodes for that series. Let's see. Jane Nepper joined late. Have you tried the Red Lobster Codzilla? I've seen that. I have not tried it yet, though. But if you're going to get a fish sandwich, I guess that would be the spot to get it, right? I mean, that looks pretty crazy. I'm going to have to take a look and see what's going on there for sure. Irikara jumping in there with a super chat donation. It may be delayed, but it's coming through. But again, I appreciate you, E. Thank you. Whatever may be fixed. Again, I'm not seeing it on my chat window here for the ability for me to do anything. Maybe because it's my own thing, I guess. But I do remember that something was there in the past. But to all of you guys who are able to get through to do that, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So let's see here. Milk chocolate flavor from Ali Rios. It's talking about the new Oreo shakes. So shakes are like with milk chocolate. Very cool. Let's see here. Drew says he tried the lemonades from Wiener Schnitzel. Very nice. Annette, thoughts on Long John Silver's? We don't have anything close by here, so it's really kind of like, you know, it's a well-known brand. You know, it's been around for a while. But I don't know, understand why, you know, we just don't have a lot of these. I don't want to say it's an alternative fish place, but it really is, I guess, in terms of fast food fish specifically. That's really one of the only names in town for that type of thing, unless it's a sit-down restaurant with takeout. So I don't know. Technology is great, ain't it? There from E. Ricard, because she's able to get through. She's acknowledging probably a net right there. McDonald's gave me the absolute worst fillet of fish the other day. It should be a crime. Reasonably warm beans. Hopefully you went back and complained to make it right, because you should give them the opportunity to do that for sure. Larry Nguyen, the halal is locked in the kitchens. United makes address 55 South Madison. Okay, I know where that is exactly. So it's closer to Earth Cafe, I think, down that way. I'm gonna take a look. Locked in the kitchen, United Mix address. You know. Now that you said that, actually, Larry, there's a Wendy's that says that it's in that same spot for that specific thing too. I wonder if it's just like a ghost kitchen that makes the food. We'll have to see. We'll have to see about that. Let's see. Gingerfit says Ivar's is better in Seattle. Let's see here. Annette Cervantes, have I seen the King's Hawaiian restaurant? I have not. Where is that? That would be kind of cool to see. That would be cool to actually check out. Raven Poe. Had a Long John KFC combo place in Linwood. Now it's just a KFC. Yeah, I think it's just like I said, maybe, you know, the brand is just not really doing very well. They're just in select areas that do just extremely well, probably. But I know that there's nothing local here. There's nothing local. Wow, the chat is jumping all over the place. We're having an experience tonight, guys. I'm trying to keep up with what I'm seeing here, so it's nutty. Let's see. A Truth Fanatic, most anticipated fast food item, Burger King, is the new ham-breaded chicken sandwich. Can't wait. Absolutely. Looking forward to bringing you my looks at that as well. Let's see. Freddy's Fish for a limited time, Long John's, El Dorado, Kansas. Craziness. Well, it's definitely not in Southern Cali, at least not that I know of. All right. So I think it's time we jump on over to that second review. So I'm going to go grab it real quick. So you guys hang tight for just a few minutes here. Actually, maybe just like less than a minute or so. And then I will be back. Talk amongst yourselves, since the chat will not be visible during my standby screen, just because I want to keep the caching even with everything in here. We'll see how this goes. So hang tight. I will be right back. Let's see. Have you seen, let's see here. The wok-seared shrimp. Yes, is back over there for sure. And that says there's Sepulveda and Torrance. Yeah, nothing local. Definitely nothing local. That's for sure. So, all right. Hang on real quick. Hold our horses. There you go from Lord Darkside. I'm not going to say stay frosty because I'm going to be back. That's usually when we end it. But just stay put. I'll be right back. All right, and we're back, and Jay Nepper wants me to get Rickrolled. Who's going to Rickroll me? Let's Rickroll him. I just saw this at the very end. That is too much right there, too much. Ken, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. You're the best, my friend. You're the best. And Gingerfit Dad, that was not a break for anything except to go get what I needed to get. I would not keep you guys hanging if it was anything else. All right, there we go. It's all good, Jay. It's all good. I appreciate you either way. Oh, good times. Okay. So for this next one here, I know that I think Drew said that he was going to be thinking that I was going to be going for some dessert of some type here. So I'm not going to be going for dessert. We're going to be going for a little bit of 50-50 popcorn chicken action from Jack. And again, I guess these are these new boxes that they have over here, which is kind of cool. So you can kind of see that. Hopefully that'll kind of focus in. It says 50/50 spicy classic promo in there as well. Now, I did the original popcorn chicken variant of this actually when it first came out, and it was spicy then. But I was very curious about the regular variation of it there. So I wanted to show this to you guys so you guys can take a look. And before I get any further, because I already see that dipping forward here, let me cover this keyboard up. And this should be good. So Drew says that's what he thought it was going to be the first thing there. That's one of the reasons I had to do the mac and cheese bites and the fries, because if I didn't, it would be just a very soggy situation right there. So there we go. KBD, that's right. When you came to visit there, check that Terminator in 3D. That was a good time right there. Very cool. But as you guys are going to see here, what we've got is some coated white meat chicken. And it's probably not going to focus. It's the way there we go. The way my night's going. I've got my new camera that will be here very, very shortly, so we'll be able to do this a little bit easier. But as you're going to see, we've got a combination of their standard white meat popcorn chicken, and we're losing one right there. Again, we're protected. And the spicy variant together at the same time. And the spicy is what I did the first time, so let me actually start off with that. Definitely a chicken situation. It absolutely is. So as you're going to see, literally it's really popcorn chicken. That one was mostly breading, but it's got some heat. It's got some heat. Let's do a little ranch action on this one here. That's actually really good. All right. Let me do. Here is another one over here. Get this focused in so you guys can see the coat. Wow. Ooh, man, that spicy one was a lot spicier than I remember the last time. But we've got a little nug with a handle here, so let me try this first by itself. They're good. They are very good, actually. Wow. They are tiny. I mean, it is popcorn after all, popcorn chicken style, if anything, but I don't know. Drew says, the chicken crossed the road to get away from me, and horrible. They lost because I had this made for me right now. All right, so a little bit of ranch. Not bad. It's tasty. So how much do you guys think this was? In the chat, give me a number. $2, $3, $4, $5, $8. How much do you think this was for this little container here right now? And this, I believe, was about the same size as the one that I tried the first time as well, which actually came with fries. You can do a variation of this as well. But very curious to get your thoughts on what you think this is here. Considering where I live, which is literally here, well, not literally, it is on Southern California on the West Coast. Wow, 5, 4, 6, 4, 4, 465. Wow. Drew, you're the closest so far. All right, I'll just tell you, 479. So all of you that were close to the 5 mark, you're right. This is essentially, literally, I mean, it's about maybe 3/4 full, considering the size of this here, but almost $5 without fries for this. If you want this with fries, like what they call their big box, it's like $6.79. But for like $4.79 for an extra $2, you're getting like some fries to go with. But it's been a little crazy, guys, a little crazy. Now keep in mind, this experience is actually pretty good right now because they're pretty decent. I have a lot of really decent ones. I think when I did my review the first time, my expression was kind of like, I don't know about this, you know, on the thumbnail, because honestly, I was very kind of surprised. I don't think I enjoyed it as much as I'm actually liking this right now, but it is pretty tasty. I mean, they are pretty meaty. There's a lot of good ones in here. Very good. But it's supposed to be 50-50 mix. There's just a few of them on the bottom. So let me go for one more, and then we'll call it a day with this one here because of what it is. But the spiciness is definitely on point. Yeah. It's good, but expensive. That's the problem. And yes, I saw some comments that Jack is a little too much critical, more like Jack in your Jack in your wallet. It definitely is. This little combo that I'm doing here right now with the variety pack was like 8 and change after tax, like $9 something, for just these two things. So I got to say, guys, it's a little bit on the pricier side, and this is not worth getting like this. You'd want to just get the mac and cheese bites, like I said, by themselves. But when it comes to the chicken, honestly, Southern California or not, I wouldn't go much above $3.99 for something like this. I wouldn't. And considering this is literally like $1 plus more, it's hard to recommend it for that reason. So, but they're tasty. The quality is not bad, actually, at the same time. So with that, the fact that you can get the actually 50-50 split, the way they're marketing this now, it's just the return of what's out there, but you actually, instead of having a choice of either classic or spicy, you can do the 50-50 split, which is cool. I'm trying to base this strictly on the quality of the popcorn chicken pieces, because they are pretty tasty and the ranch is pretty awesome, but the price really hurts it still. So I'm gonna go 7.7 on this one. Now 77, a couple of hockey sticks, a little bit above the 7.5 I think I gave for this one here, strictly because honestly, if you're gonna go for the two mac and cheese bites all the way by themselves, and if you're gonna get this one, obviously, it is what it is, but the price just hurts it, guys. That's the only thing with this. So if you guys have a Jack in your area, let me know. Drop some comments down below if you're catching this on the replay, because I'm kind of curious to see what the pricing is for you guys, where you're at. Because for me, it's a no bueno situation here. Every time I go to Jack, unless it's a promo thing, prices tend to be a little bit more than they need to be, I think, for some of these things. And you'd think that they would actually make more money by selling them a little bit less, because you're getting more people that buy it, and in turn that would translate into a bigger thing for them. But what are you gonna do? It is what it is. So a little bit of a Jack in the Box situation for you guys tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed a couple of that. Let's see here. Jay Nepper says, I can't wait to play golf with you. The price is wrong. Nice. And Critical Eats. Yes, KBD Critical Eats is awesome. Your little collabo stuff from back in the day. Also some amazing stuff when you were over in Japan. It was a good time right there. We've got some amazing people in the community, some amazing creators in the community that are continually pumping out the content. And I'm telling you, it's a beautiful situation every time I see new stuff coming out from all of my peeps I see in my feed as well. It's awesome as well, too. So I can't wait to go back into this and actually watch some of these other comments that are in here, but it's just seeing what you guys thought the pricing was like for those things. As you can see, it is a no bueno situation, guys. It's ridiculous. But pretty fun experience tonight. I really wanted to give those mac and cheese bites another shot. That was one of the main reasons I wanted to do that, because I thought about doing the breakfast biscuits as well. Because I did the chicken one, and I was like, you know what, I think that's good enough, because I had the egg in there with it as well. And I saw this, I'm like, this may be a little kind of fun for a visual, just to kind of see. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that in there as well. E-Ricard, it may have been shifting in the seat, whatever that is. No, I'm professional. Let's see. Lord Darkseid, I can get 40 nuggets from BK for $5. Yes, you know what? When you've got a 10-piece nug for $1.50 over at BK, how do you sell popcorn chicken like this for almost $5? That's crazy. I didn't even think about that until right now. Thank you so much for bringing that up there, Lord, because that is definitely true. Reasonably warm beans. Popcorn chicken used to always be expensive at KFC way back in the day, though. Yes, but if you're going to get it from KFC, obviously as a chicken place, I'd expect it to be pretty decent. And I think they still have, correct me if I'm wrong, do they still have like that $10 vat of like a bucket of popcorn chicken? Curious to know if you guys have that there. If you guys have seen it at least there. I think they were advertising that not that long ago. Like a bucket for like $10, I think, of popcorn chicken. And BurgerFi, yes, is not too far out into the area where I'm at, Armando. Yes. One of these days I'd like to check out and see what that's all about, for sure. Let's see. Armando, did I do the Texas brisket sandwich from Arby's? I might have, but take a look at the Arby's playlist. Before you ask those questions, you'll probably find the answers before you start typing away. I think I may have done that in the past. I think I've done so many reviews from Arby's up until like maybe a couple of months ago. There really hasn't been anything too crazy to go check out. For sure, but I'll have to see. Have you seen if you've got some gravy and mixed it up with some fries, mac and cheese, but you'd sort of have a poutine. Make some poutine there. Yes, I guess that's true. That's true. Ken from KBD Productions, he would be all over that if that's the case, because, you know, when it comes to poutine, that's like a huge thing up in Canada. And the Trips are probably going to confirm that for me as well, because that's a huge thing up over there. Drew says he's going to try and get the mac and cheese bites and do a jack hack with the toppings. Nice. That would be awesome. They're really good for fast food mac and cheese bites. I don't know any other spot out there right now who's doing them. And I got to say, I love it. I love it. It's really, really good. Really good. Reasonably Warm Bean says BurgerFi is absolutely fantastic. They're basically just another Five Guys. Okay, but that's a good thing, obviously. Absolutely. I agree with you. Absolutely. It's a good thing. Five Guys is pretty awesome. You guys already know. I mean, Five Guys. You know, if they came out with some promo things for a while, I would love to check some things out over there, because I've done. I think I did. Yeah, actually, I did. There was one review I did on the hot dog, I think, and I also did like a video way back in the day with a bunch of my peeps too. Including my best man who was in my wedding, actually. A bunch of groomsmen, actually, that were in the wedding were in that video as well, which was kind of fun. Haven't seen the new Fast 9 trailer. I saw that they released it there. I'm definitely going to check that out and see what's up with that for sure. And yes, the Trip says we take our poutine very seriously up here. You already know. Yeah, poutine is a huge thing up in Canada. It's a huge thing up over there. Let's see, E-Ricard. I mean, it's annoying when you pay at least 3 times more for something you can get from the same experience from the frozen version at home. You know what, E, it's all about the convenience. That's what you're paying for. So I get that that's built into fast food, the convenience of having it made for you and packaged for you and given to you and everything. But it's crazy to think about that. It's crazy to think about that. Let's see. Annette Cervantes, who has the best nachos? Well, any fast casual Mexican restaurant, I think, does a pretty awesome one there. Best fast food nachos? Taco Bell is pretty awesome. Taco Bell is pretty awesome. Larry Nguyen, Ian K, know who the endorsement is? Yes, of course. Of course. Gingerfit Dad, Annette Nacho Daddy, here we go. Lord Darkside. I had Five Guys a few weeks ago and got grilled cheese and grilled onions and bacon. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, their grilled cheese, I hear, is actually not bad. You know, from what I've heard anyway. That may be something to check out at some point. We'll have to see. It's kind of hard to go to Five Guys and not get something that they're known for initially, and that's their burger stuff. So to try and go there for a grilled cheese, I mean, it's just butter, bread, and melted cheese on a grill, you know. But I can't see paying for anything above, like, you know, $3 plus for that. But I know Five Guys out here, it's probably going to be closer to $5 or $6 for those types of things. Still haven't tried the Pepsi Mango. We don't have that. I haven't seen it over here yet, Ali. Some of these things for the market stuff, like I said, I am always late to the game. And if I do get them, I definitely want to do them on the stream for you guys for sure. And yes, I just checked out on Jollibee's some closer locations. There actually is one not too far from me. But the one that's going to be opening up where Arby's used to be is going to be the one to check out there for sure. So that's going to be the closest and it'll be easier to do. But I'm looking forward to trying that. I know about Mi Familia, Mr. Jimmy. He's definitely telling me about the chicken sandwich they have there as well. So that's going to be something to, of course, check out. And like I said, even though I'm kind of chicken sandwich out at this point, especially with BK and everything, with that should be kind of like the last thing. And then anything else after that would be the residuals coming out. This Jollibee version looks pretty awesome, actually, there. So we'll have to see. Ali Rios, you have a lot of videos to make. Yes. A lot of stuff, you already know. Have you seen it? I'm always down to eat their nachos Bel Grande whenever I go there. Yes. Yeah, you know, Taco Bell fast food nachos are banging. You already know. And Poppy Eats, of course, never chicken sandwiched out. Probably the only one that I know that literally has a ridiculously intense ranking of chicken sandwiches. It's a ridiculous selection of stuff on there. And again, Poppy, once you add that smoky honey Q, that will be, you know, you'll be all fully caught up with that. But you've got an amazing list of content for those things for sure. Nicholas, Chipotle or Moe's? Well, I've only tried Moe's once, and it was back in Florida, coming back from my honeymoon, and it was in an airport terminal, so probably wasn't the best version to have, but it was all right. So I'm gonna have to say Chipotle, which I actually had a few days ago with the wifey. Spicy chicken sandwich is bomb from Annette Cervantes from Jollibee's. I'm hearing good things. Like I said, I haven't heard one thing that's not not good about it. So I'm curious to try. That will be something to check out for sure. Definitely something to check out for sure. All right, let's see. Armando, what's your next video? Tomorrow, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because we're airing this right now, Friday, April 16th, so the 17th, 12 p.m. It's going to be something that I wanted to actually add to the portfolio. And actually, just to give you a little hint, I filmed it at night. So this was done last week. You guys will finally see it tomorrow. I always have, like, whenever I do batch filming for certain things that are smaller, things that I know I want to kind of have in the event of while I'm doing other things that may take its place. This is one of those things. And naturally, this probably should have come out last week, but at least it's out there. So Dark Side, what's for dinner tonight? You know what? When I went to go to get the out of the oven where I was keeping this nice and warm for the chicken, the wifey brought home these like kind of wraps. I call it bonbon, but it's a kind of like a little funny thing that we have between us here. But essentially, it's like all kind of meats and pork and things like that you kind of dip like this rice paper into water, and then you have just a certain amount of time before you can fill it and then wrap it up and make spring rolls with it. So we're going to be having a little bit of that action. So I'm looking forward to that. It's very hearty, which is good because I'm pretty hungry right now. Even though I've kind of been dipping into this stuff, I'm pacing myself. I'm pacing myself. But yes, In-N-Out, of course, sounds good, Drew. Of course. Texas tenders are good tenders from Church's. You know, when I got it, they left the fries out of my box. And that was a no-no. But I had a good time checking that out. That was one of these on-the-fly reviews in a park, believe it or not, waiting for work to get done in my car. And I actually did everything mobily and filmed everything mobily with that. So that was a fun review to check out there in the Church's playlist, of course. Which, really quickly, just to go down the line, you just reminded me right now, for content this past week, we have got obviously Shake Shack's avocado bacon burger, which was a blast to check out earlier in the week. That came out yesterday. That was a good time actually for that for sure. And Shake Shack, how bad could it be, right? It's basically their Shack burger with avo, which was really good. Blaze Pizza, pesto garlic, cheesy bread, which was an awesome situation with that. And then before that was Jack in the Box mini munchies, the mac and cheese bites. And of course, even before that, the Jack in the Box chicken cheddar breakfast sandwich, and then the beef burrito before that on the 15th that came out. And the smoky honey Q chicken sandwich for Poppy even before that there. So lots of really tasty stuff, guys. And of course, some more stuff coming into this week. Of course, some big gun things. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see here. Annette, I just saw you pop into the chat here with a question. Do you think Little Caesars would come back with a barbecue brisket pizza? You know what? If they do, I hope it's a different variation of that, because I didn't have the best experience when I did that. I think it was the smokehouse pizza or something back then. I didn't really enjoy it, to be honest. It wasn't the best thing. But at the time, and the way I was looking at it, was I'm not really a fan of barbecue sauce as the base instead of tomato sauce. So maybe that was part of the problem, to really call it a pizza like that. But I wouldn't be surprised, if they did some variation of it there. That would be kind of nice. Midnight Donut Run would be pretty awesome as well, Drew. And actually, just so you know, the other night I actually kind of did that with the wifey. With the exception, we stopped at Cheesecake Factory and decided to get a couple of pieces of something there, and we brought it back home to watch a show. So I ended up actually I was going to go to the Donut Man, which is a huge spot over here. We keep talking about it here on the chat. Mi Familiar, Mr. Jimmy, he lives further on out that way. But it's really an awesome spot to get a tiger tail and really good things. But Cheesecake Factory, Linda's Hot Fudge Cake, Linda's Fudge Cake, I think it was. It was a thick slab, like maybe 8 layers of goodness with whipped cream. And it took me like a day and a half to eat it, to kind of go through while I'm doing my routine. But it was good. It was really good. So let's see. Ginger Fit, I disagree. Barbecue sauce is the best base, or ranch. Ranch, I'm with you. Ranch, I'm definitely with you. And I guess maybe it depends on the type of barbecue sauce, Ginger, because it really wasn't my thing. Really wasn't my thing. What's your least favorite TV show? I don't really have a least favorite, because the ones that I watch, I'm usually binging episodes and things of that nature. So I don't really have a least favorite show. Any least favorite means I probably wouldn't be watching it anyway. So definitely not that. Larry Nguyen and Ian K, I had to go to dinner now. Sorry, no worries, Larry. I appreciate you jumping on. Thank you. Ira Card says, shut up about cheesecake. I don't have any. Well, you may be able to find some stuff in the frozen section of the store, possibly. I know Marie Callender's has certain pies that they do, which are not bad at the same time. But I apologize. I apologize. Cheesecake's not really my thing. I like more of the chocolate cakes and the stuff they have there. The wifey got it was a hazelnut crunch or some type of hazelnut cheesecake, and I'm not really big on cheesecake, so it's not really my thing per se. But from what I had from Linda's fudge cake, it was definitely an awesome thing there. It was just very rich. It had like little morsels of chocolate on the back of it. So it was like a whole situation of thick chocolate when you got to that point there. And if you're going straight down from the top, it's just kind of like a little bit of a treasure trove at the very end when you get there. It's pretty awesome. Nicholas, can't wait for Spider-Man No Way Home. Yes, I can't wait to hear about that. I'm waiting for them to finally confirm that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are going to be in that naturally. I think we all know that they're in there as well too for their little cameo stuff. So the Olive Pit in Brea. They just reopened the tar pits down there as well, which is not far from probably where that is. Going down, reasonably warm, dude. Philadelphia has cheesecake thing in a cup now, and it's pretty delicious situation. Wow, like I said, with my wife, she loves cheesecake stuff there on occasion, but for me, it's just not my thing. I'm sure it's good, but it's just not my thing. Not my thing. Key lime or classic vanilla cheesecake are are the best. I take it there. I like banana cream pie as well, personally for me, with like shaved coconut or coconut cream pie. I should say. Definitely awesome stuff. Definitely awesome stuff. Let's see, if Elizabeth Ricard don't have cheesecake, then no one can talk about cheesecake. Okay, enough cheesecake talk. Let's go for Linda's fudge cake talk. That's the way to go there. Armando, haven't tried Cosmic Wings. I think it's a delivery service only thing for something like that. I have to take a look and see what that's all about. But I've heard of those. I've definitely heard of those for sure. M&Ms are on key lime. Okay, cool. Nice. We're all on dessert kick right now. You're making me feel like I should be wanting to have some dessert, and I just had like a few days ago. I try and balance that out because honestly, especially anything from Cheesecake Factory, these places there, it's ridiculous. Why they put like the calorie counts up on these things, I don't know. But each of the things that we got were like 12 or 1300 calories for a slice, which is insanity. Rye the Stunner, Rye, what's going on? Yes, Cosmic Wings are for Applebee's delivery wing spot. I think it's one of those ghost kitchen things where they're creating stuff for that particular thing. I think that's the promo for that. Pretty cool. That is pretty cool, actually. Let's see. Ali, are you into Hot Pockets? I like them. I've had them in the past, but they're not really my forte. But definitely good stuff. Absolutely there. Usually the ham and cheese or the pizza pockets, which are really good as well too there. Lesser, what's going on? Ian, the greatest of all time. I appreciate you. Thank you. Guys, this was a lot of fun to check out tonight. I was glad to revisit these two items from Jack, at least the variety variant of these things here. And judging by the version that you probably see in the thumbnail, that's the main thing is that there, because it's simply popcorn chicken. It's just that's the bonus review. But I have to say again, the mac and cheese bites are the way to go. If you've got Jack in the Box in the area, that's an easy recommendation to do that for sure. And if you guys don't have one in the area, or if you guys are into stuff like that, I can tell you, if you've got Cheesecake Factory, they've got amazing mac and cheese balls too there, which are pretty awesome as well. Just really, really thick crusted. It's not the type of cheese that you think. It's more kind of Italian style, but they're awesome. They're really, really awesome. So good times tonight, guys. And I am really, really, like I said, extremely, extremely humble and thankful to all of you guys watching here right now. The 54 plus peeps that have been checking in, probably in throughout the hour right now. Thank you so much, guys. 10 million channel views. Insanity, just utter insanity right now, and I am just really just over the moon. So definitely going to celebrate with some good food for dinner. This was kind of fun to check out right now. This has really set off my appetite for sure, so I'm ready to get down with that in there. But let me just say again, thank you from the very bottom of my heart to all my amazing mods who are putting it down here in the chat as well. Thank you for doing the do. For all of you guys who are checking in right now, I appreciate you for doing that. Of course, like I always say, you've got choices when it comes to content on YouTube, as we all do. I'm very thankful and appreciative that you guys make my channel one of your stops as always. You enjoy your weekend as well, Annette. To everybody here, do the same. Do it safely. We're getting that much closer to getting back to normal somewhat. Like I said, I'm a couple of weeks away from the other half of my superpowers, and I can't wait for that. It's going to be awesome. Just so over the moon. The trips. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm telling you, it's, just follow your heart, follow your passions, create. and just keep moving forward, keep looking forward, never looking back. Everything is a precursor to this moment right now. People that you may know, people that you will be meeting as things go on. That's the important thing. You just keep focusing forward, stay positive, and just literally just, we'll get there. We'll all get there right now. So really, really good stuff. Really good stuff. So let me jump on over here to the end of it. And I appreciate you. Jay Nepper, I appreciate you as well. We'll see you next week as well, too. Good times all across the board, as you already know. And Jay already knows I'm going to be saying my thing at the very end over here. But I'm really, really, like I said, very happy to know that, like I said, you guys get something of value from the content that I put out there. Again, it's just an average guy giving his opinion on what he's eating, usually fast food. But at the same time, it's so much fun being able to produce it in the way that I do and to give you something that'll hopefully distract you, even if it's just a few minutes at a time there. So good times all across the board. So with that, this is Ian K officially closing out the live stream for April 16th, 2021. We're almost into summertime, if you can believe that, not far away. And like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel. So stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Good times, everyone, and to everyone who has donated here on the channel, whether it's PayPal, I'll find that after the fact, Super Chat if it was finally working. You guys will find your names down below in the description. I appreciate that greatly. To everybody else out there, please have an amazing weekend. And Paul, I appreciate you jumping up with the Patreon in there as well. As little as $1 per month really helps and goes a long way. That's an awesome thing there. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that greatly. And we are definitely done for this week. So guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. What are we going to be reviewing next week? We're going to find out together. All right. So with that, let me jump on over here one last time. Jay Nepper, I appreciate you for jumping on as well. And to all of you guys, definitely, definitely enjoy life. That's the whole point of it, right? Get up in the morning, think positively, have a very good solid day. So by the time you go to sleep at night, you're done and you can look back on what you did during the day as something proactive. Do one proactive thing per day. And I'm telling you, you're going to see your life change like that. That's really the best advice I can give you guys. And I know you didn't ask for it, and I'm big on doing this usually at the very end, but just so you guys know, I appreciate you greatly, and it's words to live by. I'm going to try and do it. So, Maureen, good night, good night. Great to see all of you guys jumping in here as well. Doris fan, everybody jumping in here towards the end. I missed you guys. But guys, it's all good right now. So, guys, with it, I'm jumping over officially. I think I said that 3 or 4 times right now. And for my boy Jay Nepper in the house, you already know what it is. Peace.